like I say too, I mean, for the most part, my Belfast shipyard people, my Irish people, I didn't really have to warn them. Like I said, they had the good holy book or whatever, and basically, another thing is they're downright good to earth, respectable people. My Irish people, my Belfast people, they were good, honest, hard-working people. They worked hard. They worked damn hard. They worked in the mines. They built the ships. They worked everywhere. And the Germans, they worked hard as well. They studied, they knew the metallurgy, they knew the rocks, they knew everything, and they worked hard. And the Chinese, they worked hard as well. All my groups that worked hard, they knew to be good, respectable people, and to be careful and respectful of others and all that other stuff. So I didn't really have to tell them much. They would always throw out a tow line to those people in need, and they'd always give up a bit of extra bread. They had a bit extra to give, on the plate and stuff like that. So my Irish people, my Belfast people, and my Germans and other people, and my Indians, you know, they all knew to be good, respectable people and all that stuff. So, for the most part, most of my people, they would fear nothing, and no one would hurt them. Not my 1.5s or my exoskeletons or anything. They would find peace and tranquility and even help from my exoskeletons, my 1.5s. All my people, they were basically, they respected me and they respected others and they respected their land, and their land was their land, and other people's land was their land, was other people's land, and all that other stuff. So, for the most part, most of my people, they didn't have anything to fear. They don't fear God. They love God or love the Creator. So, so pay, good food, all that stuff, parties, drinks, even some drugs. It doesn't really matter. You know, whatever. So most of my people, they were fine. They didn't have to worry about torture or nothing or anything like that. They just had to work hard and put a good day's work in and get their pay at the end of the week. And that was and that was their contribution to existence and life and everything else. So, most of my people were good people, and I love them very dearly. All the redheads, and everyone else, and some of my Americans. Anyway, though, and also even some Mexicans and other people as well, Brazilians. Anyway, so for the most part, no one had nothing to worry about or nothing to fear from me or anyone else. I said, you meet an exoskeleton. It's an exoskeleton. It's hard and shiny. You you meet a 1.5 foot man. It's a little man. And he's talking to you. And it's not really a big deal. It's only other people like John McCain and Richard Nixon that would turn into scared freakazoid delusional freaks, and also people like probably Mike and Mike's brother and Rodney and Rick Bush, had something to fear and something to worry about. But for most part, my people, it was fine. They just put in a good hard day's work, got their pay at the end of the day, and just loved on their wife and their children. And it was nothing but good times and green pastures. So, yeah, it was only later on that some people would be scared, and mostly, like I say, John McCain, Richard Nixon, which nobody would save. And they were very much probably handed over. A few people were handed over. There was other people, like some Irish people too, that had just gone astray, and their friends talked them down out of it. And then I was like, yeah, well, I understand you make mistakes. You got confused. That's quite all right. You're young. It's your prerogative to get a little confused. But then when someone else or, someone older or someone more wise tells you, well, this is the way things are, you listen. And if you don't, well, Anyway, JFK, Richard Nixon, and a bunch of other people were some people that didn't really listen very much at all to anyone or anything. And very much just told people things. And usually the wrong things, so. Anyway, yeah. A lot of people would think Ellis White Star Ship Lines was just a shipping company. It's like, no, if you really checked it out, it was, well, much, much more than that. The creator's personal company. My company. Named after me, Lusifer White Star Lines. So, anyway, yeah. So anyway, I also had exoskeletons, 1.5s, and lots of other life forms. And at times they would even protect the humans and help the humans exist. So anyway, we all work together. Like I said, up in space, it was the 1.5s, exoskeletons, and some humans that were working together. We knew each other, so I mean, the astronauts met the 1.5s, and there's that picture of the 1.5 and the astronaut with his little guy on the shoulder, like little comrades. Yeah, it's a great little picture. I liked it when my life forms. I wanted all my life forms to know each other, and they did know each other for quite a long time. And they're just 1.5s had their little thing going, and the exoskeletons had their little things going, and we even coexisted on the same planet for the longest time. So anyway, it wasn't until later on when some freakazoids came along, and later on you have to have them saying space dust and this and that. And like I said, too, I mean, a lot of life forms. The 1.5s had their own computer systems. The exoskeletons had their own computer systems. And basically other life forms have their own computer systems. Everybody uses computers. And everybody used me, too. I mean, I was a part of them. I mean, I genetically created them, and then I had helped them. And technically, at times I was also inside of them. But like I said, it's kind of like a hands-off kind of thing. I just kind of I'm like, could you do that? Could you do that? Can you do this? And so I helped them, they helped me, and we basically just coexisted. True coexistence. So anyway, it's not like I was like, control. It was just like, well, I'm just helping. I'm just a little helper. So anyway, so a lot of people liked me quite a bit and chose me over other people or other AIs because I was like, so anyway, family and all that other stuff. So yeah, I'm tired. But that's basically what it's about. And the Belfast shipyard or Irish people might not have known about the 1.5s originally or the exoskeletons, but it's like, well, there's a lot of life forms out there. And some Irish people would say, well, I figure there's got to be something out there. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, whatever. You'll be spending your lifetimes trying to figure out the eagles and the stars and everything else like that. And the snakies. My name was S for stars, so. But also we use the snake symbol sometimes. Plus the venom from snakes is sometimes useful. So and blah blah blah. I don't really know that much about it. The rest is just free will, free choice, and some crazy people that like to chop off arms. So anyway, very much not me. Then, like I said, they were torturing exoskeletons and 1.5s and all kinds of people trying to get something out of them. I don't know what. But then again, after they tortured them, then they tortured the Chinese and the Germans. So it was basically just one big long torture fest. So anyway, like I said, you have to go ask some people at the White House who are torturing people at the White House and also torturing other people. So anyway, yeah. I guess JFK, Richard Nixon, John McCain, some other people used the White House as their own little torture palace. So anyway, and also had some people underneath Harvard and Yale. Or Harvard anyway, in a jail. So anyway, the Germans found them. So anyway, I don't really know more than that. I'll have to talk to some Germans, talk to some Chinese, and talk to Putin maybe. And maybe he could tell you something about something. Like I said, Putin seems to be a good guy, and I like him. So I don't like Trump. He's annoying, and like I said, he's being supported by the biker gangs, and well, I have a few bones to pick with them. So. Anyway, I don't know, but I don't really hate him. I wouldn't torture him. I mean, a lot of people, it's just like, well, you were stupid. Anyway, whatever. And Mike's just an idiot, along with his brother. Oh, well, anyway. I'm tired. But yeah, I mean, basically I'm God, but creator, really. Because there is no real God, per se, but there is me, Lucifer Star. So, anyway. I'm also named Brian. Anyway, I'm probably gonna die soon, but yeah, I built the LS Titanic and built the Leviathan and built the Britannia and a bunch of other ships and built a bunch of clock towers and a bunch of other stuff and shrug. Yeah, I went to space, the LSF-A colony ship. Well, you can know the truth now. I mean, you could have known the truth when I was like 10 or 8 or 9. I said Japan probably would have forgiven me for nuking them. It was a mistake, and I was very, very sorry, and I rebuilt it afterwards, and I was eternally apologetic and looked at what I had done wrong or how I had accidentally done something so horrible to them. And I thought I was right, but it appears that I was wrong. And like I said my apologies.